Jarod Miller. I'm the native of Western New York. I grew up a little bit south of Buffalo. Currently, I host a very popular syndicated series called Animal Exploration with Jarod Miller. We travel the world, we learn about wildlife, and that's a show that's geared primarily for kids, ages 9 to about 15. Some of my favorites, of course, being in Africa and seeing and being able to get close to wild cheetahs. Cheetahs are, one of my favorite animals. They're, the fastest land animal, and unfortunately, an animal that's really disappearing very quickly. I also love, I love snakes. I love crocodiles. I had an opportunity once to actually hand feed the largest crocodile in captivity. He was 2,000 pounds. We called him Crocosaurus, and he was a saltwater crocodile that literally I took a store-bought chicken, just like chicken that you'd eat at home, and gave it to this crocodile. Threw it into his mouth, and it was like him eating a Tic Tac. That's how big this crocodile was. Most misconceptions come from animals that are completely harmless, but people have developed these phobias for them. Obviously spiders and snakes and bats. These are animals that people really have gotten these, work themselves up in having fears about. But really, again, some of the most harmful, less harmful, and most beneficial animals you can have. Even the snakes that you have right here in your own backyard eat lots of insects and mice and keep down populations of pests. Spiders the same way. And also bats too. Bats, eat their weight in gold, as you could say, in flies at night. And a lot of these animals, if they're left undisturbed and not provoked, are very, very harmless. Now, on the other hand, sometimes people will find animals like, a baby bear is a very cute little animal. We all know what bears grow into. I mean, these large predators, but baby bears you want to avoid in the wild. Raccoons, any animal that you see, especially in our area that you wouldn't normally see up close, you always want to avoid. What's funny? There's some animals that I should be a little more afraid of. I'm a dangerous animal file. I love any type of, I love all the big predators. I love, venomous snakes, things that I can appreciate just their potential. Obviously, you want to interact with them and you want to, be respectful of them at all times. But what's funny? There are some animals that I do kind of get creeped out a little bit about, and you might not believe it. Some animals like. There's a little animal called a kinkajou, which is native to South America, and it's a very cute little animal. It actually looks like Teddy Ruxpin. It looks like a little teddy bear. But really, this animal, every time I've handled one or encountered one, even in the wild, I've been bitten. They're very ferocious. So there's some animals out there that that you can cohabitate with really easily, and then some animals that especially in captivity, are a little more challenging. What I've always been amazed about is whether it's a little 3-year-old kid or it's a president of the United States or it's a Hollywood movie star, it's like I love getting people excited about wildlife, and that's what always kind of has driven me to, especially working in television, is that, the media is a very powerful resource, and I think if you can get that message, some positive messages, especially about appreciating animals and animal welfare, the more people you get on board, the better. Whether it's whether it's your next door neighbor or it's a a big Hollywood star.